So the family member I struggled with was my dad, or the lack of my dad. So my parents got divorced, I think when I was like 1 or 2. I remember like every single year, right? Father's Day is the day you celebrate, your father, right? And like everyone like, makes stuff at school. I hated that day. Oh my, it's the day like society tells you what you don't have. And it's just like why don't I have a dad? Like why did my dad like want me? Like why did my dad leave me? Like every Father's Day is a moment that stands out.
I feel like for me, it's Sister's Day. I'm kidding. There's no Sister's Day. 9 years old, parents divorced, we moved house. Me, my mom, and my sister lived together. I remember she was like at the sofa. We had a fight about something, and I was just very, very angry. And she was pleading, please, Cheng. Wow, I feel like I'm gonna get emotional. But yeah, she was just like pleading for me to not hit her. Wait, Honestly, it really wasn't anything big. It was just, we fought about something small. I got angry. She rebutted me. I got angrier. And then it just got worse and worse and worse. And when I look back, I can see how like damaging that is to a person. I have like 10 years worth of sorry to say to my sister.
I think with my relationship with my mother, I can say it's quite chaotic because she will always verbally and physically abuse me. She said that I should be struck by lightning. She'd rather have a pig rather than have me. I'm just like, do I really worth living, a life that is full and whole? I think my mom made me feel that I wasn't good enough for her. Yeah, I feel very insecure all the time. I went to school with a lot of anxiety, like how people think of me, do people like me? Am I really a pig, yeah.
Well, I could really relate to the part about struggling with anxiety. I think anxiety was the dominant emotion that I had growing up, and I would relate that to my relationship with my dad because I really admired him. I really respected him, held him in high regard. Yeah, so what he thinks of me was very important. I remember he was just so angry with how I had done for my O-levels. I think he shouted at me from the staircase. I can't remember exactly what, but I just remember being very shocked by the anger. I have really failed my dad.
Last year, December, she decided to take me and my fiance out for a photo shoot at a skate park. Cause she's a photographer, so she has to have a suitcase full of lenses and cameras.
Yeah.
And then she has 2 cameras dangling off her holster.
Strapped up.
Yeah, she looked like a freaking adventurer, Indiana Jones. She was holding a camera and she was trying to one-handed change the lens, and she was struggling so much.
Yeah.
And I just felt like, why? How can I be a gentleman to my friends or my fiance, but not a gentleman to my sister? And then after that, it just burst from my mouth. I was just kid, I'm sorry for all these years that I didn't treat you well. That was a very big moment.
So for myself, I actually have a turning point where I met adults in my life where they actually just sit down and listen to my story. I still remember how that mentor, right? It's the first time listening to my story, but all she did was she hugged me. I'm just very thankful that how they showed love selflessly towards me. And I thought that should be the way I should love people as well.
I guess if I had to point it to one moment, it would be when I had this date with dad experience, which actually wasn't that long ago. And it just so happened that at the event there were conversation starters. I think what are things that you'd like to apologize for, and why are you proud of me? Yeah, why are you proud of your daughter? My dad actually apologized verbally to me for his expectations of me growing up. I remember that he said that he was proud of me. Yeah, I think just that, even without reasons, it felt unconditional.
I've always thought that if you have a dad, your life is so much better. I would always be like, oh, I have such a hard life. These things are weighing me down. I would be so much better if I had X, Y, and Z. And then when I really look back at my life, like, you know, I had food, I had a house, you know, I was in school, and like just seeing how everything worked out, it just made me realize how blessed I was. That was a point where I was like, okay, stop pitying yourself and just start focusing on yourself and how to better yourself.
I've come to accept that I cannot change my situation, but I think one thing that I can change is my perspective. So I always count my blessing. I will say, oh, my father loved me, this person loved me. Yeah, literally count, right? And then I tell myself, look, so many people love me. Why do I need to let my mother make me feel that I'm not good enough? I think that made me felt like I want to be the change as well, because the empathy shown to me is so great that I felt that there are people who need it as well.
I guess I've had to accept that my parents changing need not be part of the solution. I guess for my dad specifically, I also am still learning to accept that he is doing the best he can. We just speak different love languages, and by him buying stuff or providing for the family, that's him doing his best. That's him loving me, loving us.
To like reconnect with my dad, I think there's something there that is untapped and something that maybe I can't see now, but if I do reconnect, there's something to grow on there.
Although my current family isn't perfect, I do think that there's really a lot more communication, emotional honesty, and I guess on a personal note, my hope for my future family is that I won't feel like I need to be beholden to my own experience with my original family. I don't need to feel like there's no way I can be any different from them because this is what I went through with them.
You know that famous Chinese proverb, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, right?
Nope,
Huh?
I don't. Is that bad?
So there is a wise Chinese proverb that says, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Yeah.
At the 400th step, right, someone needs to come and remind me again that it's still 1,000 miles. Like, it's still a long way. But I do feel like if I keep on working on it, right, it's gonna keep on getting better.
Yeah.